What is up, y'all? My name is G. I'm an artist based out of Central Florida, and in today's video, is gonna be a little bit different, not gonna lie, guys. So the reason behind it is just because I want to pump out more content. I want to keep building my brand. I want to keep building myself as an artist, keep building my name as an artist as well. But my problem is, to be honest, I paint hella slow. So what I'm actually gonna do instead is, I think this is gonna be the route that I'm gonna start taking from now on with my YouTube videos, is instead of just doing hyper-focused art pieces on YouTube videos, I'm just gonna bring y'all with me with the nitty-gritty, the grind, the work itself, bring y'all with me, and we're gonna just talk. We're just gonna kick it and talk while I'm painting. And I'll probably bring y'all along, like, to the stores that I go to the venues that I go to, just cause like this is gonna be a lot more easier for me to pump out content and also just still give y'all quality, because at the end of the day, I want to provide to you guys like the best that I can. I don't like to do nothing that's kind of like, lack for a better word, halving it. I don't like to do stuff just halfway. If I'm gonna do it, I want to commit to it fully. So I think this is probably gonna be the best way for me to commit with this YouTube channel and still commit and still give y'all more content on a regular basis. Because one, I paint hella slow. Two, I'm always doing some type of artwork, whether it's commissions, whether it's just me drawing on a sketchbook, whatever it is, I'm always doing some type of art. And at the end of the day, like, if I could just kick it with y'all and just talk to you guys, one, you get to know me and I get to know you guys. And on top of that too, I could share some of my experiences. At the end of the day, it's a win-win because we all benefit from this. If I could share some of my experiences and you guys learn from my experiences of the do's and the don'ts from my experience as an artist and the art business side of things, then yeah, you guys are gonna benefit from it. So that's why I'm gonna be taking this channel a little bit more on now, just pumping out more content on I would say I'm gonna try to do every 2 weeks, on an every 2 week basis. I know some people could do it every week. I got a full-time job, however, that ain't happening. So at least not yet. But I will tell y'all, I actually finished one painting this morning, and it was actually this one. So this one is a commission. It's a really dope commission. My friend, he actually bought a piece that resembles this one, and when he bought it, he was like, yo, I only want one thing from you. If I buy this piece, I want a commission, and you have to do another piece beside it, and it's kind of like going head to head. This Puerto Rican boxing gloves, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very proud of myself. I'm super proud of myself how I did this, just because with this one, it actually took me 4 hours. Only 4 hours for me to finish this boxing gloves. Like I said, I paint hella slow. Like, I'm talking about like really slow. So the fact that I was able to get that done in 4 hours, I was happy. Granted, it's not perfect, because for me, my OCD would kick in. I'm just gonna be like,
I gotta get all these lines. I gotta get everything.
Nah, I just, those 4 hours, because I was doing it at a live event and finished it. I just had to clean up the edges a little bit because it was kind of a little bit rough. Not gonna lie, you know, like my still OCD kicked in, but you know, it's good. I just pretty much varnished it, and it's gonna go back to the cigar lounge because that's where I do my monthly painting live sessions, is at a cigar lounge where they get me for a Latin night, and I paint some a little bit Latino related. So that's that. In the video today, I'm gonna be painting 3 different things. I don't know if I'll finish these 3 different things in this one video, but I'm still gonna bring y'all along and just talk about it, you know? So let's just jump right into it and let's go kick it. All right, so this is what I got right now. I currently have Aang, my client, which is my coworker. She pretty much wants just like a watercolor type aspect looking of 2 characters from Avatar the Last Airbender. If y'all don't know about that show, highly recommend y'all check that show out because it is a really dope show. And if you haven't heard about it, then you must be living under a rock because it is one of the best shows. But yeah, so I'm gonna be using gouache, and pretty much when I use gouache, there's like the perfect happy medium for me, just because it could act like watercolor, but at the same time, it could also act like acrylic. It's like the perfect blend. The more water you put in it, the more likely it's gonna be like a watercolor. If you don't put any water on it, then it's gonna be straight up just acrylic looking. So I like gouache. It's a happy medium for me. I love it. The fact that I could just still do what I gotta do and still give it that watercolor effect, still have more better control on it. But yeah, that's typically how it's gonna go. So let me just, and the paints I'm using are obviously gonna be Artezas, just cause I had bought these like 2-3 years ago, cause one of my favorite artists, Alex Ross, he talks about like how he uses gouache. And for me, he's a dope artist. Like in my opinion, he's one of the best comic book artists. Everything he does is not really digital. I don't think he does anything digitally. He does all of it on paper, boards, paint, pencils. Like this man is an artist. So he's, in my opinion, he's goated. Like he's one of the goats, in my opinion, in art. I think like what goes through my head typically, and this is just random, I know, but typically what goes on in my head whenever I'm painting are just like thoughts, you know, like obviously like trying to be present in the moment, especially with your art. But really it's just more like man, like am I good enough a lot of the time? But that's what happens through my head. I'm about to start painting, so I'm gonna dip my brush in this water. Get a little bit of, you're gonna see it looks like acrylic, like, but the moment you start putting in a little bit of water, you're gonna notice it's gonna look more like watercolorish. But yeah, that typically runs through my head a lot. Is I like am I gonna be good enough? Like oh, is my client gonna like this? Or like in the moment, it's really a lot of, like I said, staying in the present, but also thinking about the future too. Because I'm one of those people that are always thinking ahead. I have a hard time staying in the moment. That's probably one of my biggest downfalls, just because I'm always thinking about other things, whether it's other projects that I have to work on, or just overall, like I said, just overall bills, life. Like, y'all don't know, but like my personal life is about to change in a couple months. And well, not really in a couple months, probably like in the next 2 months, really. But it's a beautiful thing though. Like that's what I noticed throughout the years, to be honest with you. You could either accept the change, embrace it, and go with it, or you could deny it, and then that's where you get stagnant a lot of times, I feel like. And when you get stagnant, you don't really develop as a person. More so as an artist for sure, but as a person in general, you don't really develop. So I kind of made a little mistake right there. Let me just use my finger to wipe it. But yeah, like that's my biggest thing, is that like I don't like staying stagnant. Like if I could change that, I'm gonna change it. Like I don't like to see myself still in the same style or same art or same position as I was in like a month or two. I mean, not a month or two. This could change obviously in a month or two, but like I like to define it as a year aspect. Like, where was I last year? All right, am I in the same spot? No. Am I in a better spot? Yes. All right, cool. If I'm in the same position as I was last year, no progress, still same art style, then that has to change. But that's just like how I view it. So you can kind of see now that it's starting to take up a little bit of shape of like a watercolor look. I'm actually really liking with how it's coming out right now. Got to do a little bit more of the edges because like I said, my OCD kicks in.
I get all these lines. I gotta get everything.
Those edges. Even for me, like certain like spots that aren't like kind of filled in that's gonna bother me, but at the same time it's supposed to have a watercolor effect, so I'm cool with it. And then what I'll do sometimes, I'll just do like little dabs to kind of like help make it look more, a little bit more watercolory. All right, but yeah, you know, like that's how I view it. You know, I'm always trying to push myself further, always trying to do the best I can and everything, you know. And I hate, this is probably one thing about me that y'all don't know about. I'm very competitive. I hate losing. Like, I hate feeling like I'm not good at stuff. I think that's my biggest thing. Like, I could take a L. You know, like, I don't like it, but I can still take an L. I hate feeling like I'm not good at something, though. That to me is that like that's something that doesn't sit well with me. Like, if I feel like I could do something in good quality, or like just overall like I could do something, then that's like my biggest thing. And especially like if I can't do it, and yes, I know things get hard, you know, like things are a lot tougher, you know, than what they appear at times. But for me, that's still my biggest like downfall at the end of the day, I feel like, because that will eat me up if I feel like I can't do something, or like I'm terrible at something. Like, I want to get better at it. I want to get good at it right away. And I think that's why, like with painting, like that's why I think I got good at painting so fast, just because technically I only been painting, I think, since COVID 2020, but then I started taking it seriously like in 2021, 2022. So before that, like I didn't really paint. I drew a lot when I was little, but painting, no, I didn't really paint, you know. So for me, it's a big thing for me to get good and, you know, study the greats. You know, like I said, Alex Ross, man, is dope. For me, I think another dope artist is Greg Simpkins. He's somebody that, like, in my opinion, I look up to, because like the work that this man does is just crazy. And then, you know, like a lot of comic book stuff too that like I look up to, you know, like Greg Capullo, y'all know about him. He's another amazing penciler. And when I say penciler, I mean artist as in a drawing artist type of style. That man is, he's on another level. He's actually the main reason why I got it back into art, in a sense, just because like I saw his artwork from his Batman run that he did with Scott Snyder. Man, like you cannot deny that, like what that man did on that run is phenomenal. So yeah, now you're gonna see it really take that watercolor effect right now. And thankfully I only have to do the jacket area. Now, the more water I put, like I said, the more it's gonna look like watercolor. Right now it's probably just looking a little bit more like your average acrylic paint. Let me put a little bit of water on there. But yeah, this is pretty much how I typically paint. Can I just tell y'all one thing real quick? Like I always listen to stuff. Like I'm always listening to stuff while I paint. Always just thinking about stuff while I paint too. But when I'm listening about stuff, like I try to keep it to, you know, like podcasts. Sometimes I'll have music playing. But like I was just listening to Matt's channel on YouTube, MA, I think it has 4 T's. But he's a really dope YouTube channel. Pretty much his YouTube channel is all about like talking about like the comic book industry, or just like pop culture and the struggles of an artist or artist in different aspects, you know. And one of the ones that I just got done watching was about ElfQuest. If y'all don't know about ElfQuest, let me put y'all on game. ElfQuest back in, I want to say maybe like 80s or 90s was very popular. It was one of the more popular comic books, and it was an indie run, and it was this couple that pretty much created it. The wife was the actual artist, the husband was the actual person that like kind of like did all the behind the scenes aspect from what I gathered. I'm not sure 100%, you know, maybe it could be different. Maybe he did do more, I don't know. But from what the YouTube video was talking about, like the husband was pretty much like the person that was like finding the deals, you know, like trying to put the books on the shelves. And obviously, you know, like the wife, you know, she had a lot going on too, you know, creating a comic book, that's no joke. You know, but at the same time, you know, she probably helped out too, you know, in those regards too. So it wasn't just the husband, like they were a team dynamic, like they did it together. But guys, it's crazy, like perseverance, like that's just that right there. If you have perseverance, you have patience, man, you could go so far in this life, because they had so many opportunities to just give up and like just call it quits. The fact that like they didn't, and like mind you, like when they first did this, they were like 20s, 30s. They're older now, and they're just like now getting, you know, a big adaptation to what I think a cartoon or you know, anime. For me, like that's insane. But like they've been grinding non-stop. Like their story's amazing. Like if y'all don't know, go check it out. It's on Matt's channel, MATTT. I think it has 4 T's. But yeah, it's a dope story, and like the fact that it's also inspiring, you know, like the fact that, you know, us as artists, we go through so much that like not a lot of people think about. You know, like, yes, I could paint, yes, I could draw. That doesn't mean that like it came easily to me. Like, no, like I had to work, you know, like I had to practice. And that right there is patience alone, you know, to get to a level where you could sell your art, where you could make money off of your art. Like, cause let's just be real, not everybody's gonna buy everything from all artists. Why? Because everybody has a different type of style, different type of imagination that they think is cool, you know. Like when people see my paintings, you know, like I don't expect everybody to be like, yo, like you're the best artist, or yo, you're really dope. That doesn't come through my head, just because like some people might not like my art, some people might not like how I do certain things. That's cool, that's them, you know. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna do me, you know. So that's how I kind of see that aspect of it. As long as you kind of like have that mentality, man, patience is gonna get you so far, because eventually you're gonna run into those people that do appreciate your art, that do appreciate how you know, look at life, you know. And that goes with everything, you know, from relationships to faith to learning to marriage, everything. So thankfully, like I try to see, what I see is like I try to see the world and try to put myself in other people's shoes to understand other people's dynamics, and, you know, take their feedback as well, because that's how you grow. That's part of the patience aspect, you know, because how many artists are still stuck doing the same style, still only stuck doing the same stuff that they were doing 3-4 years ago. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that type of artist, where like I'm just stuck, like in a stagnant. Like, don't get me wrong, you know, that those artists, you know, they're probably dope, they probably enjoy it, or in other terms, like they're probably they're probably making good money because they're just doing the same type of thing. But at the end of the day, like if you don't branch out and learn stuff, then you're not gonna grow. And that money's not gonna grow. Your business is not gonna grow. Your relationships aren't gonna grow. And for me, that's my biggest thing. Like I'm all about growing. Like I don't want to stay stagnant. I think that's the biggest thing for me from this video is from me talking to y'all is I don't like staying stagnant. I hate it. I feel like I have to be doing something constantly. And that's probably childhood trauma low key, but but if whoever's a 90s baby like and has like that kind of same mentality, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like we just a little bit built different. I think one of my goals for just being an artist is one, you know, make a living off this. You know, like if I can make a living off this, support me and my wife and our future kids, then I'm cool. Like I'm happy. Like to me, like that's a win. Now, if I could make extra money on the side and like build this business to be bigger and grow other businesses that I want to do, like other stuff that I would like to do, then that's even better, you know. But obviously, like I said, patience. Like this takes time. Like it's not gonna happen in a day. It's not gonna happen overnight. Like that's the one thing that I don't like is that people, when you blow up, people automatically assume that it was easy, that you're over success, but it's just in an instant. Like no, like I grinded. Like there's a lot of moments where I had doubts in myself, or other people had doubts in themselves. That's normal, but it's the people that stick with it, that perseverance, that patience, that really change. You know, like that really like, all right, like this was all worth it. You know, and sometimes people don't, you know, like sometimes they give up too soon, or I think I'm messing up a little bit right now, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, part of the process, part of the process. Should be probably using watercolor brushes, not gonna lie. But I don't got any, so stick with what I got. I got a lot to do today too. I'm swamped with stuff to do today. I feel like every weekend that's how it is though for me. Every weekend I have so much to do. But that's a good thing though. I can't complain on that. But what do you guys do on weekends? Like I'm more curious on that. Like I see my coworkers, you know, like they're always talking about like, oh, like my weekend went by so fast. And I agree with them. My weekends go by so fast. But I'm like, what'd you do over the weekend? They're like, oh, I did nothing. Or, oh, I did X, Y, and Z. And I'm just like, yo, like, what? Like, y'all really wasting your weekend on that? Like I know for me, like, there's more to life than just work. I get that. But with my current, where I'm at right now, like I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. I wanna make this, you know, like my career, my personal life. Like I have goals with this art stuff. Actually, I didn't even finish talking about my goals. I got sidetracked. One of my goals is actually, you know, to not only make this obviously a career, but to actually get into like places like Art Basel in Miami, to do this is gonna sound crazy, but like to maybe one day like work for like as like a higher aspect of it is like to work for Marvel or DC, like because I'm a comic book nerd. So for me to do that, that'll be amazing. If you guys seen one of my YouTube videos where I painted Miles Morales, like that was like, to me, like I'm a huge comic book nerd, and yeah, for me, like that would be a blessing. Like that would be really dope for me. That would be a highlight for me, actually. But yeah, like that's one of my goals. Another one of my goals as an artist is like I said, like I'm a comic book person, so like I think it would be dope if I like put out a comic book art, like a comic book myself. You know, like also there's actually something that not a lot of people know about, but like with the art stuff, like I actually really would like to like just get into like other different types of art, like 3D modeling, you know. Like I think that would be dope, you know. Like if I could break into that, you know, and do stuff like that, like that would be really dope. And just have my own museum, not my own museum, no, hell no, but like have my own showcase, you know. Like you know how like museums will be like, oh, like this month we're featuring this artist, like my solo exhibition show, that's what it is, lost word. I think that would be really cool for me to do that one day. And you know, like I'm not saying it's in the works, but I'm speaking it into existence. Like it's gonna happen, because I feel like my art is dope. Like obviously like this isn't the typical art that I would do. I'm doing this because one, it's a coworker, two, it's commission. And you know, as an artist, there's times where you just gotta, you know, you might not like a certain thing that you have to do, but you know what, you just gotta eat it, you know, because you need that bread, you need the money, you know. And I'm not there yet where I could say no, like that's not what I do. And plus, I like Avatar the Last Airbender. It's a dope show, so can't be mad at that. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all liked it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Let me know if you like this format as well, that I'll be trying to pump out a little bit more frequently now, because like I said, I paint slow. Y'all just witnessed it. But nonetheless, I really enjoyed this. Hope y'all did too. See you on the next video.